the groups that have been misinforming the public recently about the parasitic agencies that we are rationalizing, especially coffee, are a disgrace to the country. I even feel embarrassed to participate in the controversy. Mpura n'okuswala. Eggwanga lyonna okubeerawo boogala ku bitaliimu. Mwanyi. That's why I've called all these people to help you understand. It's really, kiswaza n'okuswaza okusanga awo abantu bagumalidde mu bitaliimu ebyomugaso nebabyerabira. How could anybody who wants Uganda to grow spend even 1 week, let alone the 7 years we have spent on this subject for our people? So therefore, while some of the people, the colonialists, we are talking about coffee, cotton, and copper, and tea, tobacco, and tourism. For us, we are talking about 60 efforts. We are talking about 60 products, bananas, cocoa, milk, beef, maize, cassava. Cassava is going to be a very big money earner. It's already becoming one. Sugar cane, we are talking about all those. Then we are talking about the industrial products. We are not including the industrial products. Cement, what. We are talking about a full economy, not a partial economy. These side agencies, UNRWA, UCDA, DDA, etc., were a temporary measure. Were temporary measures that I accepted at the beginning of our government, mainly because of the low pay for our public servants and their low enthusiasm and motivation for work. The logic was that for particular projects, in order to ensure implementation, create a side group outside the public service, pay them well, and facilitate them well, so that the project is implemented. It was tied to particular effort. I did not fully accept this logic, but I also did not oppose it, because we had much more serious problems at that time. We, the FRONASA, NRA, NRM, always work for patriotism, not for money. And indeed, other Ugandans do the same. The research scientists at Kawanda, Chituza, Sereri, etc., and the leaders have been working for low salaries for most of this time. Baliwano, I've called some of the research people. I think one of them can speak. Do you speak? Who speaks English? Okay. Put on your microphone and speak what you do.
Your Excellency, at NARO, an agency under the Ministry of Agriculture, Industry and Fisheries, we conduct agricultural research on crops, on fisheries, on livestock, and forestry. Your Excellency, over the years at NARO...
When did you start working?
Your Excellency, I started working in 1988. At that time, the research wing was under the ministry. And then in 1992, when NARO was established, I was moved from the ministry to NARO. And I've been able to get up in the ranks, and today I'm the Director General for NARO. Your Excellency, Over the years, Narrow has been able to develop over 1,000 different crop varieties. So most of the food we eat in this country, Your Excellency, is developed by the scientists under Narrow. Your Excellency, specifically to coffee. In 1991, you will remember very well, Dr. Israel Kibirige Sebunya was able to promote the then 8 colonial coffee varieties, what we called colonial coffee. And these were promoted, and then in 1997, Narrow under Kituza started what we call a breeding program for the second generation coffee varieties. Your Excellency, I'm glad to report to you that in a space of 1997 to 1913, Narrow has been able to develop a total of 10 coffee Robusta varieties, what we call KR1, KR up to KR10. K stands for Kituza, R stands for Robusta. Your Excellency, we have now also been able now to start a breeding pipeline for also Arabica coffee. I'm glad to report to you, Your Excellency, that previously we have been able to release also 3 Arabica coffee varieties. We now have a pipeline for Robusta coffee and a pipeline for Arabica coffee. And we have near promising varieties, 5 of them for Robusta, and near promising other varieties, 3 for Arabica coffee.
Okay, thank you. Now, are you under UCDA?
Your Excellency,
because some people have been saying, no UCDA, no coffee. Now, are you under UCDA?
Yes, we are under the ministry, we are not under UCDA.
Mm-hmm. Now, how much money were you earning in 1988? How much salary?
Your Excellency, when I joined service, my first salary was 2,824. When I first joined service in the ministry, it was 2,000 shillings, 2,824. When I moved to Narrow, my first salary was 150,000. 150,000. Mm-hmm. Your Excellency, I'm glad to report to you that at the moment the entry salary of a scientist in Narrow is 6.5 million.
No, but you continue getting the low salaries until when? When did we start enhancing?
Your Excellency, we started to get an enhancement in the year 2004.
Okay.
2004.
So
and Your Excellency, when you visited us during the World Food Day at Rwebitaba in 2016, is when you enhanced our salary in 2016. Mm. You again enhanced our salaries in 2018.
Yes.
You further again enhanced our salaries in 2022.
Thank you.
We are very grateful, Your Excellency.
So you can, you see the real people who help us with all these crops are these ones. They are not under UCDA. And while the UCDA people are being paid high prices, high salaries, you must show now. Hello? While the UCDA were getting high salaries, these people were getting low salaries. Like us, we the freedom fighters, we were not working for money, we were working for our country. So, therefore, the other logic, which was actually being pushed by the donors, of saying that no high salaries, no work. We have never accepted it, but we had to keep quiet. You don't have to fight every wrong idea. We had to say, okay, if you think it can help, you start these agencies. And that's how they started. But we, the scientists, as you hear, continued working with low pay. We, the freedom fighters, the political workers, were working, getting low pay. These UCDA were getting high pay, high pay, high pay. But the main work was being done by the scientists. I will come to that later. However, the research scientists have developed for us excellent banana, coffee, tea, cassava, beans, etc., seed materials, and we have promoted their widespread growing in the country in spite of getting low salaries. So the people who have done the work for, not only for coffee, for all the other crops, the scientists getting low pay, not under UCDA, and we, the reformers, you can call us the reformers, who want our people to get out of poverty, who now go and propagate and advise to preach the gospel of get out of poverty, do this, do that, do that. However, since some people were insisting that mercenary motivation is the only motivation, I did not mind trying it out as we moved on with our broad program. Because there were those who were saying, no, these people need, let's put them aside, give them high salaries. Okay, because for us we are continuing with our program anyway. We left them, so you try your group. Those agencies, however, never performed well at all, in spite of the huge money we were spending on them. How do I know this? Regarding the DDA, regarding the diary, it was me who had to do all the work, starting with 1989, when I started in the Nyabshoz area. I've written about this in different documents. Regarding UCDA and NADS, I know that they were doing no work or little work, because in 2013, when I launched Operation Wealth Creation at Butarangwa, Nakaseke, a whole of 68% of the homesteads in Uganda were still in subsistence farming. Here with me are the witnesses that can inform the public about the no work or little work of UCDA and NADS. Now, when I was worried about the future of the country, that's when I started Operation Wealth Creation. I brought soldiers because the figures, the data, were showing that there was majority of the people were outside.